All right, Ronan MMA, welcome back to the channel. Now, there is literally nothing going on in the world of UFC or mixed martial arts in general, so much so that MMA Junkie is literally posting about Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey like anybody cares, okay? So, while there's nothing going on, I'm going to talk about Dillion Danis and Logan Paul because, in my opinion, that's a better topic than Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey, and it is somewhat combat sports adjacent, okay? WWE is not. This, however, is Dillion Danis, former MMA fighter. Logan Paul is going to be fighting him in a boxing match. Okay, great. But what I really want to talk about is how good of a troll Dillion Danis is and how I actually think it is completely and totally getting to Logan Paul because recently, he was on an episode of Flagrant 2. I don't know if they still call it Flagrant 2, but regardless, it's a podcast with Andrew Schultz, the comedian, and a few of his buddies. It is very hard to watch for me, okay? I can't stand the fake laughter. It's extremely excessive. Their guest will say something that is barely funny whatsoever, and they'll all lose their shit touching each other. It's quite strange. I had to clip out quite a bit just to get to the meat of what I wanted to. So I'm going to show you guys that clip, and then I want to touch on a few points as to why I think that Dillion Danis is truly getting to Logan Paul.
Listen, hold on one second. So, is there any stress between you and Nina? What's the vibes?
Zero.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Why? Let me ask you something. Why would there be stress between us?
Okay. No, for real. So no stress at all.
I'll tell you why. Me and Nina are so fucking open with each other. I knew she had long-term relationships her whole life. I knew some of them were very public.
Yeah.
She's been famous for her entire adult life, like 11 years. She's been paparazzi, so none of this surprised me. And I know what kind of person she is. She knows what kind of person I am. And so, like, dog, you gotta understand, at one point I was the most hated person on the planet. Like, I've heard it all. I've seen it all. I'm so numb to it. I know who I am. I know who my girl is. I know we love each other. Some fucking internet troll posing as a fighter is not gonna get in between us.
But it has to buy.
Damn, it's so corny! Fuck! but for real.
I thought that was good. I thought that was what you did was good just right there.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. So,
so
you knew you knew everybody she dated, right?
Dude, there's like 5 of them.
Well, that's the thing.
The pictures, if you look, they're just like repeat pictures, or half of them are.
Also, some bangers on there.
What are you talking about?
Like some good names on there.
Leo's impressive.
Son, yo, come on, bro.
gotta go Rasta. I ain't gonna lie.
Leonardo DiCaprio is Nick Saban, bro. If you play football, you gotta go to Alabama. Come on, son. Like, this is,
I agree.
that's the go. You can't be upset about that.
I love Inception.
Thank you.
No, it's good, but she aged out, so now she's
She got cut.
Yeah,
Did she? Wait, hold on. What is his age?
25.
And when did she stop at 25? Or did she go over? Because if she got over, that's GOAT status right there.
I don't know.
If she made him break the rule, son.
Yo, she is a GOAT. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't do my backtracking.
You didn't look too far into it?
Nah, but bro, these dudes, what he's done is, because she's been paparazzi'd for so long with like the same 3 to 5 long-term boyfriends, he's been able to then post pictures of her with everyone else.
And it makes it look as if
Yeah. Because, bro, in all the pictures, he's posted 170 of her, by the way.
Whoa.
90% of them are either her gay friends, fans, or some like modeling shoot. So like, I don't know. I think if you're me and you're her and you know the truth, it's like, oh, all right, I get it. But if you're someone who doesn't know her, like why, and you don't like me.
All right, so now that you guys have seen that clip, to me, dude, Logan Paul looked extremely uncomfortable throughout this entire interaction, and I'm actually kind of surprised that he sat through it, or that this was not talked about beforehand, or maybe it was, but that it wasn't off the table. Do you know what I mean? Because it is a very uncomfortable topic, okay? You're talking about what a whore your soon-to-be wife is. Logan Paul, to me, appeared teary-eyed the entire time. Now, maybe he just has a nice twinkle in his eye because that's what psychopaths have. However, it seemed like they were watering, okay? He looked very uncomfortable. Now, also, I'm not a body language expert, but I do watch some of them on YouTube, and they quite frequently talk about things that people do with their hands. And to me, he kept doing stuff with his hands, which most body language experts will tell you is a sign of discomfort. They're like, it's not grooming. I can't remember what the fucking word is, but it's them trying to like calm themselves down. They're feeling stressed out during the interaction when they start doing that kind of shit with their hands, as long as it's not part of their baseline. But I don't typically see him doing that as crazy as he does, because he usually has a goddamn prime bottle in his fucking hand. But also, in my opinion, dude, the fact that he's even talking about it and trying to justify it and trying to talk about how many partners she actually had shows me that it is bothering him, because if he didn't give a fuck, he wouldn't be talking about numbers. Dude, it seems like he's truly trying to convince himself that she's only been with 5 guys more than he's trying to convince everybody else. That's what it seems like to me, man. But Dillion Danis just continues to drop pictures and videos of Logan Paul's fiance, and it is definitely getting to him. Okay, now there's a few things that he is coping to the fucking max in this clip. All right, so first of all, the gay friend thing, dude. Shut the fuck up with that shit. I'll tell you what, man. If my wife ever tried to tell me that, he's my gay friend, you know what I mean? Blah, blah. I'm buying a shovel, like right now. Because, dude, guys are so fucking horny all the time that if you were gay, it would be so goddamn easy for you to get laid. Why on planet Earth would a gay guy be hanging out with a hot chick? It makes no fucking sense. Half the time, they are trying to get in her pants. Maybe even more than half the time, all right? Now, another thing that I noticed that blew me away, okay? The most hated person on the planet. Bro is such a fucking narcissist. When this happened, I didn't even know who the fuck he was, all right? I didn't. And nor did like 6 billion people on planet Earth. I'm sure there were people that were much more hated than you, okay? And he's just so dramatic about it. I've been through it all. I know who I am. I know who my girl is. Blah, blah, blah. All this shit, dude. Shut up, man. All right? The other one. Dude. When they talked about her getting aged out, the black guy that's sitting there, Alex, who I can't stand typically, did say something funny. He goes, yeah, she's got an impressive roster. And then they talked about her getting aged out with Leonardo DiCaprio. He looked so fucking uncomfortable because Schultz kept going and was like, man, if he made her, or if she made him break the rule, she's goated. Basically talking about how good she would be in bed with another man in Leonardo DiCaprio, so much so that he was willing to break his 25-year-old cutoff rule, which is just like, dude, you should not be talking about that kind of shit when it comes to your soon-to-be wife. That's just not something that you should have to worry about or deal with, all right? He's trying to pretend like it doesn't bug him. Like, I swear to God, the hand rubbing, the eyes watering, he looked uncomfortable. A lot of the laughs seemed forced. And something else that he said that was just the most cope of all time. 3 to 5 long-term boyfriends, all right? First of all, I know she's a little bit older than Logan Paul, but she is not that old. 5 long-term relationships from her. She's got to be like around 30. So what, you've got 10, 12 years of adult life and you've got 5 that's not really long-term partners, all right, dude? I've been with my wife for 12 years. I consider that long-term. Maybe they consider a year long-term. Who knows? But that number's bullshit. That number's bullshit. 100%. And then he tries to say that the rest are gay friends, which is also bullshit, or fans. Like, okay, bro, get fucked. She's not, like, I didn't even know who she was before this shit. Do you really think there's guys man, either way, we know that it's not 3 to 5, and the reason we know that it's not 3 to 5 now,
Logan just got engaged about a month ago to a girl. Does anybody know her name? No. Nina Agdal, who's actually a girl from Miami that I used to kick it with, and not 1, not 2, but 3 of my homeboys dated before she.
3. So that means they fucked her.
Oh yeah.
Just gotta put that out there.
So, but I actually like Nina. So this is no disrespect, but you know.
No disrespect, Nina.
We have the images to back up my.
I don't particularly, full disclosure, okay? The guys at Valuetainment, I do not particularly like them. All right, I agree with them on a lot of stuff politically, but I find them a little fucking cringe. All right, that's just my opinion. I don't hate them. I'm not shitting on them. Like I said, politically we align on quite a few things, but I just find them cringe, and I find their podcast cringe, and it's kind of annoying. However, there is a clip of him talking about Nina Agdal, which he probably could have kept to himself, but right then and there, he tells the world that him plus 3 friends have all dated her, and then the follow-up question was, oh, so that means they fucked her, and he said, of course, you know what I mean? So right there's 4 guys, and now the guys at Valuetainment may be internet famous, and we all know who they are now, but before the Valuetainment shit, they were like private citizens who were just very wealthy. Do you know what I mean? They're not fucking celebrities. So he's not talking about Leonardo DiCaprio or the professional football player or the fucking actor or whoever else she's been with. He's talking about his 3 friends. Do you know what I mean? Like private citizens, not public figures. So right there, that's 4. Leo's 5, however many else, okay? Like, dude, he's coping so hard, it's unbelievable. Dillion Danis is a top-tier troll, and Logan Paul, credit to him, even credits Dillon with that label, says he is a top tier troll, that him and his fiance laugh about it and all this shit. He's gonna compensate her because of all the guys that she's been with is helping promote the fight, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. Talk about selling your soul for fame and fortune. It is truly gross. Okay, and the one thing that, like, kind of just headshot, you know what I mean, Leon Edwards style, puts a fucking bullet hole in the middle of all of his argument is the clip that Dillion Danis posted on Twitter, I think a day ago. The guy tweets like a madman, so I did have to scroll down a little bit to find this. But
by the way, I'm very proud of myself. This is the longest I've ever gone without sex since I started. Obviously, it's driving me crazy. I am struggling. I need penis inside of me. ASAP. Like, all I want is like a big fat sausage just destroying my body. So if any of you guys know a good dick that doesn't have STDs on it, I'll take it right here.
But I'll tell you what, man, a girl who's had 3 to 5 long-term boyfriends in her entire adult life, which is not that many, does not post. Not only do they not make videos like this, they don't fucking post them on the internet. This is somebody who is very comfortable with the fact that they are probably a sex addict. That's what we would call it if it was a guy talking about this shit. So I'm just going to call it like I see it. She's a sex addict, which is not very good. Turns you into a whore. And now he's going to marry her. I hope to God he got a prenup. I think they spoke about that on the podcast also. I couldn't get through it, man. They laugh too much. It's annoying as shit to me. Okay, I like, Andrew Schultz isn't that bad on his own, but that podcast to me is god awful. But Logan Paul seemed extremely uncomfortable throughout the entire thing, and I'm surprised that he sat through that and talked about it. It was, man. But I'll tell you what, dude, if you ever have to have a conversation like that regarding the woman you're about to marry, probably not the right girl. Do you know what I mean, dude? You shouldn't have to be having those conversations. And I get that he's a celebrity, so it is extremely heightened. And regular, ordinary people might not have to have that conversation, but something similar can happen if you're in like a small town, you know what I mean? And you've got a buddy, hey, dude, you realize like everybody smashed her, not the one, okay? They're not, come on, bro. Come on. I feel like he's coping hard as fuck. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I don't think that a woman who's only had 3 to 5 long-term boyfriends, that we know is not true, because thank you to Adam at Valuetainment, but she doesn't record and post videos like that, talking about how she needs a fat sausage to ruin her body. That is fuck, dude. Like Lena the Plug type shit. Like she wants to sit on a goddamn like pylon or something. Like just get a pylon, lady, okay? Don't make that video and post it on the internet. It's very strange, and I can't believe that he's going to marry that lady, but it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.